to see how a bad bitch turned into a bad bitch? Keep on watching this motherfucking video, girl. Purr. What's up, Barbianas? Welcome back to the Partyyana, and in today's video I am going to be doing a full face of makeup tutorial for beginners. Now, I am a beginner at doing makeup. I have done my makeup, but I am just not a MUA. You know, I'm not giving you very... Oh, fuck, bitch. Y'all almost failed. Hold on, ho. Before we start this video, I just want to say my eyebrows are done. Well, it's pretty much obvious that they are done. I do my eyebrows all the time on camera, so y'all always see me do my eyebrows, so y'all already know how I do my eyebrows. I also have a video on how I do my eyebrows, so if you want to know how I do my eyebrows, just go check that out if you are new. But anyways, let's get straight into this motherfucking video, chill, and let's get it going. I'm finna show y'all everything that I use. I'm not a MUA or whatever the fuck you call it, so if I'm doing something wrong or if something doesn't look right, please just give me some helpful, respectful tips in the comments. If you try to be disrespectful with it, I'm not gonna lie, I might cuss you out. I don't know yet. But anyway, let's get straight into it. All right, before we start the face, we're gonna moisturize our face or whatever. I'm gonna be going in with this moisturizer from ELF, and I'm just gonna put some of that on my skin. Now let me talk real quick before we, like, you know what I'm saying, do this makeup. I have very oily skin, so the products that I'm going to be using is mostly matte products. If you have dry skin, you're going to want to go for things that are pretty much not matte. You want like a hydrating type of foundation, concealer, and etc. So you're going to want to get like something that is very much, you know what I'm saying, good for dry skin. Now I have oily skin, but even though I have oily skin, I still have to moisturize my skin before we do all of these steps before I put on my makeup. So first we're going to hydrate, okay? And then I'm going to go in with my ELF matte putty primer. Get some of that and put it on my face like this. This consistency of this product is actually really soft. I actually really like it. It's really cheap. It's probably like $11, $10, $8. I don't know, girl. I never know. Okay. So you're just gonna put that on your face. You know, just prime your face with whatever primer that you use. It really does not matter, but it does matter if you have a certain skin type. You want to use something that is going to help you. Oh, and by the way, my eyebrows, what I use for my eyebrows is a lip liner. Now the lip liner I use is from MAC. This is the lip liner or whatever, and I got this in this shade, it says Cyber World, so I'm guessing that is the shade or whatever. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I'm guessing that's the shade. And I used a MAC concealer to conceal my brows. I usually use LA Pro Conceal in the shade Toffee. I just decided to use my MAC concealer today. I'm not too sure what shade this is. It doesn't really say. I got this out of my mom's room. I'm not gonna lie, I did not pay for that. Now we're gonna go in with some setting powder because I have oily skin. Like I said, if you do not have oily skin, you can simply just skip this step. I'm gonna use my Laura Mercier powder. Now before I do this, actually I'm going to spray my face with my Morphe setting spray. I'm just gonna say this: you do not have to use setting spray even if you have oily skin. I know I'm probably picking up very white on the camera because my light is like really tripping right now, but I'm gonna fix it, so hold on, y'all. Right, y'all, so when I spray setting spray on my face, it makes my face look really, really shiny and oily. So basically, if your face is really oily, I suggest that you spray your setting spray in between your steps of doing makeup. I don't think that like when you're done you should just spray it all on there because it just makes it look oilier. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray it before I put this setting powder on. And I know this is probably not something that y'all do, it's just something that I do. It's something that I like to do, so okay. And boom, shakalaka. Now I'm finna go in with my Laura Mercier powder. I got this in the shade Translucent Honey, and I am gonna go and get a fuck. What am I gonna do? Fuck. Now the brushes that I am using are from, this brush is from Burlington, and I got it in like a, how do you say, like it came in like a pack of brushes, I guess you could say. And yeah, I got this from Burlington. I really don't know the brand of the brushes, but that's all I know. I just know I got it from Burlington. You can get brushes from Ross, Burlington, all of that. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically put the setting powder under my eye, over here, you know, all over the place. You're probably not supposed to do this. You're probably not supposed to put it all over your face, but honestly, I just do it because I have really oily skin. And it's just, I don't have time to be looking like, you know what I'm saying, really shiny when I'm out all day. So that is why I do this method. Okay, purred. Alright, okay. So now what you should look like if you have oily skin, like I said, if you don't have oily skin, you could just skip this part if you don't have oily skin. I have oily skin, so I'm just gonna do this part. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my concealer. Now I know I look very, very much white right now. That's because I put all that powder on my face. I'm gonna go in with my 16-hour camo concealer, matte finish from e.l.f. I got this in the shade Deep Cinnamon, and this is what this looks like. Okay, and I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna cover up my spots. Okay, so I have a few spots on my face, and we just want to cover that before we put everything on. If you have a full coverage foundation, you don't have to really put on concealer, but I just recommend it because it's just better if you put concealer on your spots before you just put on foundation. I'm gonna go in with my Sheen Beauty Blender, and I got these in a pack. I got them in a pack. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna blend that out. Okay, I'm gonna blend that out. And y'all, I forgot that we're doing eyeshadow today, so let's actually go and do the eyes first before we do the face. Before you do your actual face, you want to do your eyeshadow. Now, if you do not want to do eyeshadow, you can go ahead and skip this part. I will leave a timestamp so y'all could just skip this part and then go to the foundation part. But if you are staying to watch me do my eyeshadow, let's get right into it. So I'm a beginner, and honestly, like, I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I watched a couple YouTube videos, girl, and trust me, I've been practicing. And the reason is because I have prom and I have my birthday right around the same time, and girl, I am not about to get my makeup done 2 and 3 times. So I'm just like, girl, I gotta learn how to do it myself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prep my, basically it's just priming your eyelids. I'm gonna prime my eyelids with my MAC concealer. Okay, yeah, so basically if you're gonna do like an eyeshadow look, whatever eyeshadow look you're gonna do, you're gonna want to prime your eyelids, and you're gonna prime it with either concealer or an eyeshadow primer. It honestly does not matter, you can do either or. I'm using concealer. Okay, and then I'm gonna just go in and I'm gonna blend that out with my beauty blender. Okay, period. So most of the brushes that I'm using, I either got them from Sheen or I got them from Burlington. So just be a little bit mindful of that. Okay, so I'm going to be going in with my e.l.f. Small Mini Eyeshadow Palette. And I'm going to, this is the Bite Size Eyeshadow Carnival Candy. I'm going to be going in with this shade right here. And I'm going to mix that with this shade. And I'm also going to go in with my Revolution palette. And I'm going to mix all 3 colors together. I'm also going to mix it with this shade right here. This is the shade Connect. And I'm just going to mix all of that together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in my crease right here, and I'm going to go back and forth. Actually, I don't like this brush that I'm using. I'm going to use a different brush. I'm going to go in my crease right here, and then I'm going to just go back and forth. So if you're like new at doing eyeshadow, that's how you want to do like your crease. I'm just gonna go like above my crease a little bit. I kind of got it on the lid, but it'll be all right. And you want to just go back and forth like this, and then you want to keep doing that like a windshield wiper, girl. Like a windshield wiper, like a windshield wiper. Oh shit, okay. Boom, bitch, purred. And then I'm gonna go in with my, I'm still gonna use the same shade. Okay, so you're just gonna go back and forth until you get the look that you want. You can also go in circular motions to blend this out. Okay, look, watching YouTube videos on how to do makeup pays off. I don't care what nobody say. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do that to the other side of my eye. I like to do both of my eyes at the same time. Like, I don't just do one eye and then do the other eye. I do both of them at the same time. And this brush right here is from Sheen, and they came in a pack. So
very, very, very satisfying for some reason.
We're not going in with crazy colors just because this is like a full face of makeup that you could wear every day. You don't really have to do this for special occasions. I really feel like brown colors, like, they look really, really, really good on the eyes. So honestly, I really don't even have to cut my crease or do anything like that. I really could just have my eyeshadow looking like this and it would be cute. But we are going to cut the crease just because I'm that girl. But I'm going to keep going in, going back and forth, going back and forth. And then we're going to go in with this shade and we're going to throw that in there because that needs to be thrown in there. And I go in with this shade and then I just blend everything. Alright, y'all, so as y'all can see, that is how the eyeshadow is looking. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease. Now, when I cut my crease, I use, to be honest with you, it depends on how I'm feeling, what mood I'm in. Some days I'll use my NYX pencil, concealer, and then some days I'll use my Tarte. Now, I got a small amount of my Tarte because I wanted to see how I like the concealer before I go ahead and buy the big one. I didn't buy the big one yet, but I do like the concealer. It's kind of hard to blend, but you can work with it. It's really not that deep. You can still work with it. Alright, so I'm going to be going in with my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop in the shade Warm Hunty, okay? Warm Hunty. Hunty. Y'all know how they used to say Hunty back in the day? Like, oh no, Hunty. I damn sure used to say that back in the day. Especially when I was in middle school. I used to be like, oh no, Hunty. Oh no, Hunty. Now this is a matte concealer, which I like that, okay? It does dry fast, so you have to be really quick. So I'm going to teach y'all how to cut y'all crease real quick. It's not that hard. All you do... Now, I'm not that good at cutting crease, so it's not going to be like a real good cut crease. It's just going to be a, you know, mid cut crease. Alright, so you're going to go where your eye starts, like your crease starts, and you're going to take a flat brush. You need to make sure your brush is flat. And then you're going to go and you're going to go like that, okay? And then, ow, it's not all that good. But you could really go and fix that. It doesn't have to be perfect because everything's going to get blended out. As I could see, like, up here, I can tell this cut crease is bigger than this crease. So basically, when you're doing your makeup, you really want to, like, look at what looks right and what doesn't look right, because sometimes it'll be uneven or one side needs more. So now I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier powder and I'm going to set the concealer that we put on, okay? So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set that. Like I said, this is in the shade Translucent Honey. If I did not say that already, which I probably already said that. And we're just going to set that concealer with this powder so everything can stay in place, because we don't want things to go to moving and, you know what I'm saying, walking away. We don't need it to walk away. We need it to stay here. Palette, Bebe, whatever. And it's 96 eyeshadow colors. I got this at Burlington. And I'm going to go in with the shade. What shade are we using? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to go in with Sienna. And I think that's it. Because this palette doesn't really have a lot of dark colors. Well, not that I think, but I'm gonna go and I'm gonna just put that color right here and I'm gonna try to blend it with this, like, you know what I'm saying, like in a C motion. I'm gonna blend that with the, you get what I'm trying to say.
Okay, I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna do that on the other side. Okay. So yeah, it's a really pretty color. Get some more in there. And just blend that out like that. Alright, y'all, so now I'm gonna just go in
with some very shiny colors. I think I'm gonna go in with a shiny color. I'm gonna do like a gold. I'm going with a gold. Let's see. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. It is called Infinity. My Revolution palette. Actually, I'm gonna use a different brush. And I'm gonna just plop that color right on top of that concealer. The glitter is not glittering. Okay. Yeah, the glitter isn't glittering to me right now. So I kind of want to do like mix it with another shade or something so the glitter could pop more. But I don't know if that's gonna work or not. I wish I could ask y'all what it's giving, but it's like y'all not here to tell me what it's giving. So I'm going in with the shade Touch, and I'm just kind of placing that over the glitter just because the glitter is not popping how I wanted it to. So I'm kind of like doing me a little something so it could pop how I want it to pop, but then again it's not popping. So okay, y'all, it's kind of coming out cute. I'm going in with this, I don't even know what palette this is, but it's a Runaway Eyeshadow Glamorous. I've had this for years, so it looks really, really ghetto. And I'm going to go in with this really gold shade right here. And I'm just going to use the fuck out of that because that used to be my shade back in the day. I used to use it for like highlight, but I'm going to use it on my eyes. I'm going to just pat that on there. And it's going to blend with everything. I basically just used like a beige shade since I couldn't do the glitter thing, whatever. And I just patted that over the glitter. But now I'm just going, don't do this, okay? Find your shade, pat it on there, do what you gotta do. But when you make mistakes like me, you're gonna be in this predicament, and that's that. So hopefully the ending result is cute. Let's move on to the eyeliner. I'm gonna be using my NYX Epic Ink liner. I like this liner, it's really good, and it gives you like a matte type of, you know what I'm saying, vibe. So we're gonna go ahead with that, and we're gonna just basically, how I do my eyeliner is I just woosah like that, and then I actually usually don't do it this way, but it's cute. And then so now we have the eyeliner on, and now we're gonna go on into the face. I know y'all probably thinking like, do your lashes, do your lashes. No, we're not doing lashes, okay? So we're gonna do lashes at the end. Okay, we are gonna do lashes, it's gonna be at the end. Okay, so now it is time for the face. I already put on concealer, but as y'all could see, for some apparent reason, you could still see my spot right there. So honestly, I have a very hard time trying to cover that spot, and I never could cover it, but it's fine. It's just gonna have to sit there and sit there because I can't really do anything about that. It's just sitting there. Okay, so where is my beauty? I have this brush I use for my foundation. All I know is before prom, I better know where that blending brush is. I'm gonna let it slide this time. I don't know where the fuck it is at, but I use like this spiky brush. It's not like a sponge, it's actual brush that I use to apply my makeup, but I cannot find it, and that's gonna really blow me. Y'all think I could use this to blend my makeup? I think I'm gonna use this brush for foundation today. Maybe it will work. I don't really know, but I think it will work. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this brush. Okay, now for foundation, I am gonna be using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup. I got this in the shade Maple. This is a very expensive makeup. I use this because I have very oily skin, but I do recommend using Fenty Beauty and things like that. Y'all can use whatever y'all please. I do not care. I'm just saying this works good for me, and it's my shade. Now, since this is a full coverage makeup, it is very full coverage, so you don't need a lot. A little goes a long way. We're gonna just go ahead and dump some on there. This is very expensive. This is for like going out. I'm not going nowhere, but I'm just doing this for this video, so y'all be grateful. So we're just gonna just apply dots on our face. Yeah, and we're just gonna blend this side out first. And then we're going to go and work on the other side. And what you're going to do is you're just going to want to pat that foundation into your skin. Like, you just want to pat it in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, until it starts looking like skin, then you can stop. But until it looks like skin, keep patting. And by the way, this foundation, some people say this is hard to work with. So if you are a beginner and you think that you won't be able to work well with this foundation, don't get it. Honestly, it can be a little tricky, but I feel like if you prep your skin before you do it, it's really fine. Because as y'all can see, I'm putting this foundation on effortlessly. Like, I'm not trying too hard to put it on. I mean, it may look like it, but it's really not that deep. All right, so as y'all can see, this is how my skin is looking. That's why I really like this foundation, because it's giving the girls full coverage. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put the rest of that on this side of my face, and then I'm just gonna go in with a small brush, and I'm just gonna get the edges of this makeup that's on like the cap, and I'm gonna just put it on my face. Like I said, a little goes a long way, so all you really need to do is dip a brush in there, and then yeah. I can tell that it needs a little more on this side, so I'm just gonna go ahead and alright, y'all, so now I'm gonna spray my face. Now I'm gonna try to avoid spraying up here because I don't want this to get all fucked up, so I'm just alright. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my NYX concealer. I'm gonna put it under my eyes. Now it is time for one of the most important parts, the under eye look. So what you want to do is you just want to get your concealer and make like a little triangle. You really don't have to make a triangle, but today we're gonna make a triangle. I'm just gonna do this side to show y'all. Now some people drag their concealer like all the way down to their face. You can do that as well, but I'm gonna do mine like this, and I'm gonna kind of get some like under my eyeliner, and I'm just do that, and I'm just gonna blend it out. I'm gonna take my blending brush, I'm gonna spray a little setting spray, and I'm gonna blend that. Now sometimes I use two different concealers, which I might in this case, just because. But that is what it is giving, girl, yes. Okay. I'll do the same thing over here. I'm gonna go on my cheeks right here just to get that bright look, and I'm gonna just blend it upwards, you know what I'm saying, instead of like blending it downwards. Like, don't bring the concealer down, just bring it up. And that is how that is looking. And then I'm gonna do my chin, and then I'm gonna do my forehead. Do a little heart. what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with like a lighter shade, like a way lighter shade. Hold up. I'm just gonna go in with my Tarte concealer in the shade Tan Deep Sand, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of this. This is lighter than the NYX, so I'm just gonna put that right here. And when you're doing your concealer, you want to do 2 shades lighter. So this is really what I should use, but I just use the NYX. And I'm just gonna do that, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna blend that out like this. Okay. And it's a very full coverage type of situation. So yeah, you just blend that. You just put that right in that corner, and then you just blend it. And that's how you get that little brightness right there. Okay. Okay, boom. So now you got that all nice and situated. You're gonna go and you're gonna take some contour. So you can either use cream contour or you can use powder contour. I am going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, matte foundation, poreless foundation, and I'm going to use that as my contour. I'm just gonna try to like do it like this. You really just want to do it like that, you know what I'm saying? And just like, you know what I'm saying. So just do it like this, and then blend it with your brush, because the contour is actually important. Like, if you don't bronze your face, it's not really gonna give if you don't bronze. So contour, bronze, whatever, same thing. Shit. I'm gonna do that. Just go like this, back and forth, up and down, round and round. Up and down, round and round. It's giving freak. So that's how the contour is looking right about now. It's looking very much, I don't know, it's kind of giving bulky. Also, for my nose, I do like to use this to contour my nose, but for some reason it looks really ghetto when I try to do it. So I'm going to use a cream contour. Now you can use whatever contour you like, but if you have oily skin, I recommend not using cream contour, because it's just, you should use powder based things when you have oily skin. Don't use this, skip this step, use your powder. But I just find it really hard to blend when I'm doing the other method. Alright, so I'm just going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills. I know this is really ghetto looking and you can't even see the label because it's so old. I'm going to go in with this dark shade and this shade, and I'm going to mix it together. Hold up. Wow. Boom. When it comes to your nose, it's no turning back. So okay, I'm just gonna contour that nose right there, boo, because I have a big nose. I have been, I guess you could say, bullied. I don't really like to say bullied because it's like, the fuck, but people have talked about my nose throughout my life, and they always come for my nose. Like, if they come for anything, they come for my nose, which is like disrespectful, because it's like, that's all you gotta say. But I honestly don't care, because I would not change my nose for nothing. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put a line of concealer, and then I'm gonna blend everything. You don't have to use a blending brush. Like, sometimes you could literally apply makeup with your hand and be good for the day. You really don't have to do all of that. Sometimes your finger will work best when it's time to blend certain areas. Just gonna make sure that nose is like blended. I'm having a hard time trying to contour my nose. I'm just take my time. All right, I also forgot to contour my forehead, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Take this dumbass brush again. Actually, no, I'm gonna take my brush from Shein. I'm gonna take like an eyeshadow brush, and I'm just gonna contour up here a little bit. I just do a little bit of contour up there. I don't really do too much because of me not knowing how to contour. I'm kind of low-key bad at contour. It's alright though. So we just contour the little forehead or whatever. Okay, cool. So, kind of want to spray your face again because now we're going to set everything. So we're going to spray. Set and spray, baby. Set and spray, baby. Set. So now we're going to go in with the Laura Mercier powder, and I'm just going to dump it like that and keep dumping because it's a lot of powder in there. All right, so when you are an oily face queen, you really have to use a lot of setting powder. Not too much. Like, I don't want to say that because then I don't want y'all like actually putting too much on there, but you want to do it like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking a brush that is like a cut brush. I don't know how you say these things, but it's like a brush that is kind of like cut, and you want to just get a blending brush, what the fuck be wrong with me, a blending sponge, and you want to get one that has like a little slant so you can cut your contour and so you could just apply the setting powder. So you just want to cut that contour like this, and yeah, it's gonna make it look so good. So just cut that bit like that. And you want to do that for literally the other side too. Now, if you have dry skin, you want to put a little bit of setting powder. Like, you want to use like a very little amount of it because your skin is dry. But as far as oily skin, I do recommend putting this much of contour on your, fuck, baking powder. Baking powder. Yeah, some girl was in my comments and she was like, you are not funny. And the gag is, I don't try to be funny. Like, I just am. Like, I'm sorry that you didn't laugh because you're a Debbie Downing ass thought, but I laughed. Turd. Ho, thought. And it's just like, she really thought she did something by trying to tell me I'm corny. Like, okay, bitch, that's your opinion. You're the only one. Like, maybe it's other bitches that think I'm corny, but I don't give a goddamn. Like, bitch, that's you. How about you go try to be funny, you dumb bitch? See, the thing with me is, I don't try to be funny. I never try to be funny. I just say shit and people laugh. And, like, you, on the other hand, you probably gotta try to be funny. Bitch, I can't relate, ho. I cannot. So I'm just baking around everywhere, just baking my face. Now, you can let it sit or you can brush it right off. While we let it sit, I could go ahead and put some lashes on. So I am very bad with putting lashes on. I don't want to say like I don't know what I'm doing, but it's a stressful situation. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to apply these lashes off camera, and I will be back. All right, y'all, so I just put these lashes on. I just went ahead and plopped them on my eye. Okay, and as y'all can see, it's still a little white under my lashes, and I'm gonna put mascara on to fix that. But in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and brush off this powder, and I let that sit for a good 10 minutes. You don't have to, but it might make your face last longer. Not last longer, but it might make it, like, you know, more matte, I think. And now we just blend everything together. Like everything just gets blended or brushed or whatever the fuck you want to call it. So go ahead and just do that with, you know, the rest of the powder and stuff. And now it is time for blush. So I'm gonna use my Fit Me Maybelline blush. I'm also probably gonna mix this with another color because of the simple fact that I'm trying to get like a really good shade for my blush, but it seems to me that every time I try to do my blush I fuck it up. So we're gonna just try to do it right this time. I'm gonna use this brush and I'm just gonna hardly press it in there, you know, and I'm gonna smile because when I smile I like the way the blush looks on my face. So yeah, smile a little bit, and I just dab the blush on there, and then you can go up if you want. And this is like a real white girl blush, I feel like. I don't think this is like for my shade, but because black people use like a different blush, but I like that. And I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna use a tiny bit of my eyeshadow, and I'm gonna use like a really, I'm gonna go in with these two shades right here, and I'm gonna mix them. I can't even see, it's okay. I'm gonna mix those two shades and I'm gonna gently apply. Y'all see how much a little go a long way? Okay, so a little bit, it's a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much. So you just blend it like that. You know, you want to have like a little bit of rosiness to your cheeks. I think I need like a more like a red color. I don't know. I'm just saying shit. You don't want it to be too pink, so just blend it out, going up like I said, and then you can smile and it will still be cute. All right, y'all, so I'm almost finished or whatever. I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline highlight, and I don't really have a highlight brush, so I'm gonna take my hand, actually I'm gonna take my eyeshadow brush, I'm gonna pat it in there, dust the powder off, lightly pat that highlight into my cheek, and you just want to do that like that, okay? And then you're gonna do that to this side, and you just want to pat it in your cheek, okay? Pat, 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 pat. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm put some on my nose, and my favorite part is my eyebrows. Like, I love this part. So what you want to do is you want to get like a flat brush, and you want to dip it in the highlight, or however you want to say, and at this part right here where the eyebrow is about to arch, you want to put like some highlight right there, and you just do that, and that just completes the whole look. All right, y'all, so now I'm just looking at my makeup. I'm just trying to make sure that everything is coming together how I want it to. I'm about to go in and fix my eyeshadow a little bit, and yeah, and I'm about to be done. I just want to make sure my eyeshadow is like even with the other side. I'm gonna go in with my brown eyeshadow pencil, actually eyebrow pencil, I'm tripping. And I'm gonna outline my lips a little bit. I'm not gonna go too crazy with it. I'm just gonna do a little bit. This is the Ulta pencil, and this is the shade brown. I don't like this pencil for my brows because it's not good enough. If you watch my Ulta review, like my Ulta haul, you'll see why I don't like this. It's not a stable pencil. It's a get up and go type of pencil. It's like a mechanical pencil that keeps breaking, so I don't like it. And I just do a little bit of that. I usually use like a burgundy on my lips. Like I usually use like NYX or something, but I'm gonna use like a brown combo today, and I'm just doing this really lightly, not too serious. And the main key is NYX Butter Gloss. This is like the best gloss in the world. I'm going in with the shade Creme Brulee. This is like more of a pink. I have a brown one, like a nudish color, but I'm using the pink today. And I'm just gonna put that on. Gonna go ahead and you can't really see like the lip combo that much, but it's cute. I'm gonna be taking my NYX Jumbo eye pencil and I'm gonna be just putting that on my waterline. So how I put it on my waterline is very, very simple. I just bring my eyelid down, and I don't really directly put it on my waterline. I kind of put it on, like, I guess you could say the lash line. Just stick it on there. It's not like it goes like directly in your eye, because it doesn't. And I just put that on there, and it really just makes the look pop. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take my Lancome mascara, Lancome, whatever, and I'm just gonna put that on there. I'm just gonna go ahead and I kind of missed the spot, but I'm not really gonna go in with too many molds today because I usually always do a lot of molds. But this is the finishing look, period. Hold up. Alright, y'all, so this is the finishing look. I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe and get your girl to 3,000 subscribers. It will be really nice if y'all leave some helpful tips down below. Like I said, don't be funny. Do not be acting funny, because I hate a funny bitch. I whoop this hoe. In my sleep, I'll whoop this hoe. But anyways, thank y'all so much for watching this video. I love y'all so much. Bye, Barbianas.